Let us say welcome to the Bottomline Liberia discussions, and tonight is the 28th of January 2025, and it's going to be a load of information tonight on the program. So we want to say welcome. If this is your first time to join us, we say welcome and be a part of the program. Uh, we are in our respective studios across Europe. I'm in the Royal Kingdom of Norway. Francis Mensa is in the Kingdom of Sweden, and Paul the Lord Children is in the United Kingdom, to be specific, in London. So let me say welcome to you, Paul and Francis. Francis is going to be joining us in the next few minutes. But Paul, let me say welcome to you. How is the day? Today is beautiful, beautiful Tuesday.
Linford, good evening from my end, and I'm good. It's Tuesday, and I'm pleased to be and happy to be among the living. Today will be another day of good discussion, Linford, and to our audience. It's good to be back, and it's good to see you all. How your end?
Well, my end is good. We've had a very serious downpour of snow for the past few days, but the good news is that when it's snowing like that, the temperature is normal. So we've been reading the plus. I think the lowest we went today was 7, but we've been reading the 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 4, 3. It's good, and and then it's like around 8 o'clock, at least 8 o'clock or 8:30, we can see the daylight now, the sunrise. So it's getting lighter. And as we move to February, we'll be at least by 7:30, 8 o'clock, we'll be seeing the sunrise. Though we don't see the sun, it's just going to let day break, and you can see it's clear. You will not see the sun until it gets dark again. But that's it. Everything is okay from my end, health wise. The only good news yesterday was we had our president deliver his sonar, and so that's the only good news. I don't know what you're thinking.
Well, every day is a good news, like regards to any nation. The president delivered his sooner yesterday. There are a lot of mixed reaction regarding the sooner. And people see it as good, some people see it as few, some people see it as lie. So there's mixed reaction to that sooner, but it is what it is. The president have 4 more years after this year. So every
5 more
now
years,
and
yeah,
then,
make it 5 years because we just entered January.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So 5 more years. So this January beginning, the 5 years remaining, right? So
Mm-hmm.
in actuality, would be like 4 years. So
Yeah.
we wait for the next State of the Nation address to see, because last year things that they lay out were it accomplished this. I mean, were it accomplished at the beginning, the end of the year? That's the question. Most people are saying, say no, things are hard. Other people say it's good. So we don't know who's saying what. So and we're also aware that the end of December before the arrest agenda came to fruition. So they mean the work is start this January. So from January 2025 to January 2026, then we'll see what are the lives of people in Liberia. Will be some changes in there. So that's how I see it. They already gone 1 year, so I don't know. I wouldn't go with a mixed reaction. I just take it as a face value. This is what it is. When the people life better off, they themselves will say it. Who am I to say what the president said? For example, he said that uh, in a year they were able to train 10,000 students cybersecurity. And I don't know when did that training take place, how it started, how it ended. I'm into IT, usually cyber training, but it take up to 3 years. But I don't know which university they went to learn to train 10,000 across the 15 counties. That's a huge number. And then if that's the case, I mean, it's a huge job employment for 10,000 young people. So there is mixed reaction regarding to the state of the nation speech that the president gives. I wouldn't dive into it that much because he said it. He talked about the rule of and the rule of law. We know what's happening with the rule of law. The gone year, we heard about the tenure position being tempered with, the removal of speakers. So I don't know how rule of law have for them to champion rule of law. I don't understand it.
Well, we'll be
So
going,
maybe
we'll be
going
going
forward
to, into, we'll be going to the nitty-gritty of the president's speech, or probably at some point, that's not a main topic tonight, but we'll be doing our newspaper reviews and other things. But won't you mind if we take a short break with our musical interlude and then get back, and then we can go into the actual discussions while our viewers get settled and probably grab some cup of tea or something to munch on and get ready for us?
So before we take the look, we just want to say hi to our followers, to our viewers. We're kind of asking you to please share the show. Tonight it will be fascinating. We're going to dive into a lot of issues. So kind of help us share the show while we take a quick musical break. Kind of share the show and drop a comment so we can know where you view us from.
Okay. But just before we take our break, let's quickly welcome our colleague Francis Mensah. No, man, you want to be like Amos now with that great beer. Welcome.
I'm a progressive. I'm a young progressive, my friend. It's a compliment. Thank you. Well, man, tonight is a firing show tonight. We got a lot of issue to discuss as it relates to our country. So the newspaper has some interesting stories, banner headlines. For me, the most interesting thing so far is the deportation of Liberians. About 1,500 of them we deported, to Liberia, back home here. So look, it's unfortunate. Those 1,500 people were, making some money, back home. So yeah, but we will get into that. So let's take a musical break, guys, and we rumble and jumble.
Yeah, absolutely.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know you're sleeping now. Y'all gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people who us, the people lie to us, the government betray us, so much. I said they lie. The people who us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not go. I said we tired with their lies, we tired with their promises that led us to a lot of damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrates us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you screw us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us, so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not corrupt. I said no one to trust. My people no one to hope on. Nobody. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they say they could afford? But they're too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then instead they delay. People suffer. No work for people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation. Hey, oh, you got nothing to show. Nothing. So, why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. They lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock the corrupt. With the promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw it frustrate us. So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you allow the citizens to grieve? You see, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us. You screw us, you use us and little on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie.
Welcome back to the Bottomline Liberia discussions. My name is Linford Goa, along with Paul the Lord Tripley and Francis Mensah, and we are all in our respective studios across Europe. Together, we're going to be bringing you hard information, real truth information, unedited, just how as they happen, we present it to you. Paul, let me say welcome again, and can you welcome our viewers and just tell us what we're going to be looking at, some of the things that we'll be looking at tonight.
Okay. Good evening, Linford, and good evening from my end to our viewer, whatever you are viewing from. I would say good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Yeah, tonight we'll be looking at some important stories that is in the newspaper, and also we're able to obtain some information on the 1,563 Liberians that will be deported, and that is disheartening. We're also going to look at the front page Africa, what it talk about. Liquor scholar have viewed, they've gone through the President's State of the Nation address and why the Supreme Court did not attend. We'll look at that. And then also the prosecutor on the Capitol building fire incident have requested for the court to give them more time to produce evidence. We'll also be looking at why Yeke Koluba kicked out of the chamber today. And then we'll go into international news to talk about what is happening in Congo. It's very interesting. Then there's an interview with Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso. When will he give up power? So that's a discussion for the night. Linford?
Wow. So it's a lineup of very, very informative information here for us tonight. And so if this is our first time joining us, we want to say welcome to the Bottomline Liberia. This is where we discuss the issues, and we, like I said, we don't polish anything. We give you just as it is. And perhaps some of you have heard what some of you may have heard some of what we'll be telling you tonight, but just for the record's sake, we want to let you know that we put in our own ideas as to what has happened. You may have read it in the newspaper or watched it on social media, but everybody cannot look at things from the same perspective. In fact, we have a video for Yeke's being thrown out, and so we'll also play that as we show you the picture. But Paul, you rightly said it, and there's a lot of things happening in Liberia as well as around the world. And normally we let you start from outside, then we'll come home. So Burkina Faso has been in the news for a while now, since Ibrahim Traore took power in that country. And he's been like the sensation of Africa. In fact, some of the things that he's done, they are just unbelievable that any African leader would do that, especially towards their colonial leader. Just recently, one of the things that we heard was after the expulsion of the French troops, one of the things that we heard was, normally, like in the UK, your judges wear something like gray, like gray hair, and I don't know what that symbolizes, but it's so some African countries use it, especially like the French colony. So he banned that no judge should wear that anymore. And just today, somewhere I was reading that he also said French will not be the official language of Burkina Faso. So it's a lot of things that he's been doing. And this interview you're talking about, that people are asking him when he is going to turn over power. I don't know, from your own view, do you think that he's going to turn power over anytime, either by choice or by the people asking him to turn power over, or by the people asking him to retain power? What do you think?
Well, Linford, thank you for that question. I remember some part of last year, and he actually wanted to turn up power, and then young people in thousands and went and protested against that, and they begged him to change the country before he stepped down. So the young people now recognize the work he's doing, and they want him to do the best that he can do before turning power over to civilian. So I don't think it's going to be in the next 2-3 years, because the interview that we're going to play, he said it in the interview that they want to do a reform, and he also talked something in that interview. I think better we'll play the interview for our audience so we can ask them to have a say, because these are the kind of leaders we are now looking for in Africa. Leader with better vision and good mindset. So let me play the interview for our audience and beg our audience to also share your comment, what your thoughts on this interview is about Ibrahim Traore, the junta leader in Burkina Faso. Here, let me roll this.
Mr. President, there has been a long discussion about how long you will stay and when you will organize elections. How long will the transition last? Is it today? Do you have an answer to this, or do you think it is not a priority? For you, how long will Captain Ibrahim Traore be in charge before organizing elections to step down?
I was going to ask you a question in return before answering you.
I'm not here to answer questions.
Sir, it's a debate. It's nice. If today, in 6 months, we decided to abandon the people, you, as a very objective man, aware of our situation, what would you say? What would your comment be?
Honestly, I prefer to stick to that, even though you know my true thoughts.
All right. Since we've been here, we haven't taken a single day off. The whole exec.
But when you say that, politicians say, this is our job, since there are those who do it. They do their job. We want to return to democracy. We want to go back to parliament with people who are elected. We want to let the people speak. Are we staying like this or setting up a new model? They learned here. We don't want them learning elsewhere and applying it here.
To put them on the right track. They learned their profession. This profession is. We don't want people to learn this profession elsewhere and come apply it here. We want to create a model. Because the way things are done here is in fact not the right way.
For you, sir, President, there's no question of talking about organization, about elections and transition.
Yes, we're going to organize the local elections right now.
So we need to reset everything.
No. Aside from the system that's in place, which needs to be reviewed, the elections, they concern all of Burkina Faso. Do you think they are ready today to go to Soleil, to Falangonto, to campaign like... But they are Burkina-based. They must definitely vote.
First, we need to get the wire through.
There needs to be a minimum level of security so that if there's a campaign, people can go everywhere in Burkina, explain their ideas to the Burkinabe people, and the people will choose, because it's no longer about distributing goods. There will be reforms on the electoral code. It's over, that's it. If you get caught up in this, you will be disqualified. Well, I'm not going to get ahead of Iran in the water, but I can tell you that there are reforms coming. This way of doing things, of buying people's consciences, is over. Our mission is to awaken people's consciousness so that they never accept this again. If you think you can govern the country, you need to explain your political program. What are you going to do? And maybe after a while, the people will evaluate whether you should continue your term or not. In short, we won't say everything, but there will be reforms in the electoral system. And to participate in the elections, all Burkinabés must vote.
Linford, young progressive leader. He says since he took power, they have not rested. They on the go. I mean, Francis, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Some technical problems. I need to fix it up. Yeah, all right.
Okay, so Linford, you heard the video. To our audience, drop your comment if you listen to this video. Linford, before Francis can, what is your thought on this?
Well, since this guy came to power, and I have not been disappointed by anything that he says or that he does. He's my kind of leader. I'm this kind of person. I got big heart, so I like a man who is brave. You see, and I was cheated by God. That sorry to say that He gave me small body, but gave me very big heart. And this is my kind of leader, a guy who is brave, a guy who will, just be straight to the point. He is telling you that the way things have been done, have always been done in Burkina Faso, is not going to be the same way anymore. And he has started. We've seen it. Who ever imagine that a little country somewhere squeezed up, among few countries in Africa called Burkina Faso, used to be called Upper Volta, can look at France of all countries and tell them, get your military out of here. In fact, your language is not going to be spoken in my country anymore. And your judges, that funny thing they put on our hair, like everybody here, is not going to be used here anymore. And so many other things. If you want to make business with us, see us as partners and not your property. So I'm looking at a guy. Did you listen to him? He said he wants to reawaken the people. The people have been sleeping for a very long time. So he wants to reawaken the people. And I hope the consciences of all African leaders can be reawakened by what is happening in Burkina. In little, almost, I would say, politically insignificant little country, that this young guy who came from nowhere besides being a military man, and this is the true nature of the military, right? Brave, strong, intelligent. This is what a military man should be. So I'm not surprised that he wants to awaken the consciences of the people. One, that he wants to change the way things have been doing. Happening all the time. And if you look at him, he and Mr. Cummings may have something in common. Cummings is a diplomatic man, a soft side man, but he said he want to make changes, he want to change things. But the guy is saying, look, I'm a military man, right? I don't want it this way. It will be this way. And you also listen to him that if anybody wants to participate in the electoral process in Burkina Faso, you have to go in the interior, in the country, all over the country, and explain your plan, your goal, your platform to the people. And then the people will get to know And if they want to vote for you, they can vote for you. Instead of, sharing few bags of rice around like what our politicians do. And Paul, I think the guy just amazes me. He's my kind of leader.
Yeah. And Francis, I don't know if you're opportune to listen to the interview.
Yeah, I was actually listening in the background while I was changing from Studio A to Studio B.
Okay.
Look, the guy is such a patriot, and he has taken of that posture of being a revolutionary, a revolutionist. He has that bold vision of where Africa should be and where where we're going in the future. And I think that is lacking most of our African leaders because we rely heavily on the Western powers, our so-called colonial masters, some of our traditional allies for support. But we have everything. We have resources. Number one, that most of these guys do not have. Most of the countries do not have. We have the capacity, human capacity as well. We got educated people equal as much as they are educated. But why are we so behind?
Question.
Why are we so behind? So if we have a couple of these leaders around who has this kind of mentality of moving the continent, devoid of our colonial masters, having a say in how we live, how we govern our people as leaders, I mean, we will go a long way. And I think other countries other leaders should be able to take cue from what he's saying. I mean, because if you want to become president, especially everybody has most the Burkinabes has to vote for you. You have to see, so that's the important thing. I mean, no outside influence.
Yeah. And what he said is to conscientize the minds of the Burkinabe that when they leave office, if somebody want to run for president, the president not going to give them the usual thing, give their hand out, and then they vote for you. No, you will tell the people why you want to run. You got to lay out your agenda that will convince them. So I think that's a smart thing these guys are doing, conscientize the people and educate them. Before you vote somebody, don't just go behind them because they gave you hand out. So your question you asked Eddie Linford, when will he leave power? If you're going to conscientize a group of people, you don't leave power anytime soon. Yeah, Francis?
Yeah, look, it is another facade, a mirage, where you will come in, conscientize people, look, in the form of indoctrinating them. Look, we did all the good things, so elections coming up, vote for us, because from the look of things and the people that he has touched, he has to remain in power. He has to put on the surveillance clothes. Now he has to put on the kosu and tie to maintain and protect himself. If you touch your colonial master of France and other people, you will be subject to something. They will find something on you. So you know what I mean. So he has to. I think. I mean, in the future, this guy would declare to run as president and relieve the military. And I think that I personally, that's my view. I think. I mean,
I think I'm hearing you saying two things here at once. Like he said a facade. It's like he's pretending, and then he'll use that pretense to get the people to vote for him. Like he said, okay, I'm trying to conscientize the people. Oh, you guys see what I've done, so you're pleading for
exactly. That's two things. I see one thing. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. No, but the second part of it is you're also saying that he will eventually have to at one point change from the military to civilian to be able to contest the election and win to protect himself.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. But that's like you're saying that now, indoctrinate the people. I mean, yeah, that's what I've done indirectly. So in order to protect himself for what he has done, the kind of decisions he made, the kind of stances he took, he has to he has to be be within the grip of power. No, I trust. I mean, we are here. Trust me. These guys will not allow that young man to go free.
So I see where Francis come from. We had another leader years back in Ghana, Jerry Roden, who did extremely well, and he transformed from military to civilian. So Francis alluded to that. That's a possibility too, because when you do extremely well for your people, they don't just want you go; they want you continue doing the good work. So it's possible.
But you see the way Francis is saying it, he's saying it from the negative aspect that the guy is trying to maneuver the people, and in the future you say, you see what I did for you. But in the instance where the citizens, from their own willing mind, see what the guy is doing for them.
Yeah, but all right. I mean, that's forgettable. What Paul's saying. I mean, that's. I mean, just focus on what you say and what you. I mean, you see what I'm saying. What I'm saying. Oh, I mean, that's what I'm saying. That he's trying to, cajole the people, indoctrinate them, tell them, get them to look. I'm interacted. It is what I've done, and you have to provide an evidence or something that tangible thing to the people that what you have done, and I have done it. I've transitioned from military to a civilian guy now. I can run the country. I can continue to run the country.
Yeah, but do you know those people? Let me come in, and I think I tend to agree with Francis here, because we know countries that have that one group of leaders, they tend to do well. China, for example, Rwanda, another example. Ghana had that for Jerry Roden for a while before. When you're old now, say, no, let me turn this over. So they tend to do well. When you see, I'll go back to Liberia. We had a guy that ruled Liberia for 27 years that our mothers were crying for, oh, Tonma. Everything was good about him. No, bad how he was, but Tonma has something on those people. So Francis could be right here. Linford, I think we need to see our view. And there's a question here posed to you guys. Any of you interested to run to become president one day for that republic with what this guy is doing in Burkina Faso?
I'm comfortable in my little corner.
Well, I think I can run. I mean, I could. How about that ambition one day in the years to come? I mean, when I move to Liberia, I'll probably and do the groundwork. We can probably. I mean, the presidency is about leadership, about management, and I think we all have the skills and capabilities of doing it. And you just have to be frank and honest with your people around you. That's the problem that we have in Liberia specifically. Our leaders tend to be very, politically aligned. Everything is politics, family, everything has. I mean, if we call it the social the psychosocial effect, that's actually having an impact on our leadership in Liberia.
Okay, so guys, let's transition quickly. Francis, I will give you my blessing. Liberia need a big change. So if you put your heart in the ring one day, don't forget I could end up being a Kekula Koto to be your campaign manager, to be honest with you. So that's something.
Who do we have? Who do we want?
No, so we can do that. Yeah, so Linford, I think that's another story in Africa that concerning everyone. Democratic Republic of Congo. Before we transition to Liberia, Democratic Republic of Congo have been having a civil war for over 30 years. And for some reason, the civil war in the Congo, it seems not to go away. Every day it's increasing. The past few days, we know there are over 200 rebel faction in that particular country. There's another rebel group they call the M23 that been backed by Rwanda, Paul Kagame, and his Western allies. And recently, I mean, there have been serious fighting, but yesterday they were able to, one of the most rich area, which is closer to the Rwanda border. So we have the video here from Channel 4. I mean, so we can put this out before we transition to our Liberian news. So what you guys think? Should we bring this video up before transitioning?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. There we go.
Gunfire over Goma as thousands of the already displaced are forced to move again. M23 rebels backed by neighbouring Rwanda appear to have taken swathes of the provincial capital in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Goma is an important strategic and humanitarian hub in eastern DRC, the surroundings home to thousands of internally displaced people. The fear that this is moving from de facto invasion to all-out war.
We could hear bombs from all sides of our IDP camp. That's why I decided to flee, so as not to die there.
It's not clear exactly how much of the city M23 now occupy, but this footage appears to show fighters moving unhindered near the airport not far from the city centre. M23 have been surrounding the city for months now, taking over a host of important mining towns as they advanced, and clashes with UN peacekeeping troops have resulted in more than a dozen being killed. The Congolese foreign minister addressing the UN yesterday.
Additional Rwandan troops have crossed the boundary between Goma and Gisenyi, penetrating into our land in broad daylight, in open and deliberate violation of our national sovereignty. It's a frontal aggression, a declaration of war, which no longer hides itself behind diplomatic manoeuvres.
In parts of the city they were welcomed, perhaps sections of the population hedging their bets with a rebel group accused of massacring civilians. So, why have M23 moved on Goma now? But first, who are they? M23 was formed in 2012 and are mainly Congolese Tutsis. But last year a UN report said that up to 4,000 Rwandan troops were fighting alongside the group. In other words, the president of Rwanda, Paul Kagame, is using M23 to exert influence and control over, among other things, resources. Decades of conflict in eastern DRC have been fuelled by ethnic and economic factors. In the 90s, Hutu militia, who took part in the Rwandan genocide, fled there after Paul Kagame's Tutsi forces claimed victory in the civil war. Since then, Rwanda has accused those fighters of persecuting Tutsis and threatening its borders. According to the UN, the Rwandan government has been backing Tutsi rebels like M23, with Goma, just over the border, repeatedly threatened. But, importantly, the region's also full of valuable minerals like tungsten, cobalt, coltan and gold, all key ingredients for electronic devices. Rwanda stands accused of smuggling them out, although it denies those claims. So why has M23 and Kagame moved on Goma now? Well, we've been here before. M23 have attacked the city several times in the last 12 years. And when they did, the international community's reaction included sanctions and the withdrawal of aid. This time round, though, there's nothing like that. In the intervening years, Kagame has become an important partner for many in Europe. And this last offensive is coupled with a fractured, more distracted world order.
They've also taken advantage of the transition in the United States between Biden and Trump. The U.S. administration was the most critical of Rwanda amongst its international partners. And there is literally nobody home at the State Department right now dealing with this issue. And so they've taken advantage of that vacuum as well.
The questions now: how much further will M23 and their Rwandan backers move into the DRC? And what will be the human cost to a population who've already paid the price many times over? gunfire over Goma.
Gentlemen,
Yes.
and to our audience, this is the situation now in the Congo. It's getting serious. And we also, at the end of that video, is the minerals. The minerals. That's the key. And now, Paul Kagame and his group, and the journalists told us that they have taken advantage since Donald Trump came to power. Francis, you watch the video, your thought before we move to the Liberian news.
Look, man, look, it's a very sad day, a very sad scenery we see out there. Look, people internally displaced in their own country. They are the victims of politicians and warlords, game of chess, to acquire power by all means. Even they don't necessarily have political power, but within the specific regions, I mean, they find themselves. Wealth extraction of minerals and resources from Congo. I mean, it's a very devastating video to see. I mean, people have lost their lives so much. I mean, Congo, the war has been raging forever. You know what I'm saying? So look, we need to, Africa need to stand up, because it's interesting. I mean, to see how far the M23, they move so quickly. And Goma is the next city after Kinshasa.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest. It's the second biggest city. That city, I mean, it was quite normal, in terms of where the war and stuff, and for them to just all run that city so easily, because I know Africa has some troops there. The UN African mission have troops in Congo. I don't know why they were around our Goma area, so I don't know what happened there.
They killed some of them. See?
Yeah. So exactly, according to the news, and I think they will withdraw or disengage. So everybody here, Paul Kagame, I mean, it's good that this thing has come up to light, because just quick, let me just deviate a little bit. I think 2 weeks ago, I had some friends over at my house, and we were talking about the war, and so a friend of mine said there was not true. We eventually talk from one thing to another, and about the war in Congo. Talking about African leaders who are the best leaders. I said, "But look, hey, somebody raised the issue." I said, "Obviously, man, he's supporting. I mean, the M23 rebels. I mean, with and he has allies. So, unfortunately, I mean, it's just Africa, and I hope that the people can find peace in our country and return to stability, so that their lives can go on normally, man."
Linford, what does this remind you of? The Congolese war. What does it remind you? When I saw people carrying things, my reflection went back to my own country. It's devastated to see in this.
War everywhere is war, whether Africa, Europe, anywhere. The moment bullet fire, see people start carrying as personal belonging. And mostly the thing that people can carry, the first thing they will grab that's something to eat, and maybe or little portable mattress that because anywhere they sleep, they reach, they tired, they can land and sleep. Then they have plastic bag with few clothes. But it's a sad situation. The particular area in question, I know that area well. I had a friend who took me there long time ago, and I need to reach out to her, because she's right here in Norway, but I haven't called her. And next to Goma is that entire area is mineral rich, and if you walk, I don't know how many hours walking, but driving, because the roads were terrible at that time. There's another town, real mineral mining town called Bukavu. It's where my friend comes from. And when we went there, I tell you seriously, when you hear they say we got Congolese in Liberia, it's a sin. It's true. It's not lie. Because you see people that look like people in Liberia, same height, same shape, you see people resemble people. And I was like, And imagine that the people, I try to explain story that the Congolese in my country, and they were asking how. So I explained that the last ship carrying slaves from Congo was diverted, and they brought the people back to my country. And the people can eat cassava leaf, even with snail, and I was surprised, the thing we do in Africa. So I know that area well, and I can tell you that what the journalists say about the mineral is the underlying factor of that particular war. And besides that, I got a nephew who is studying, but I'm a bit confused that they are reporting from Bukavu, I mean from Goma, because the Peking is in, my nephew is in Kigali, right? And he sent me 3 different video footages yesterday. One of the videos you can see 1, 2, 3 dead bodies. I know the 3 of them are on the motorcycle, but the motorcycle is there, land down, then one guy land down by, and the other 2 people on the side. Then the other 2 videos, you can hear the gunfire in the city. He's in Kigali. So then I'm confused. So, and he said this thing has been persisting. So they were calling on, in fact, I read their post, a group of Liberian students, I read their post in most chat rooms, calling for people to inform their parents that, this is the situation there, and they are calling on the government. In fact, they are taking contact with the Liberian consulate in the nearest country, somewhere there, and try to see if they can evaluate them. So, and I posted about it yesterday. A lot of people came on my post and said, "Oh, I was insinuating," and I called the boy. I called him back again. In fact, if you have the chance, Tumo Boniface read this post that I made, and then he called me. I explained to him, "So, okay, my wife got family there. Let me explain to her." And they did call. Then Boniface called me back and said, "Yeah, what you say is true." So I'm confused that people are not reporting this thing, not in Kigali or not around Kigali, but in Goma. But whatever the case is, you asked me a question.
Well, Lifo, I mean, the way you right there, Kigali is even one now. So that, I mean, how come they feel threatened? Because I mean, Goma is the border.
Yeah, but this is just. Did you hear me? I said I was confused, right? Because and when the boss sent me the video, I was asking about you in Kigali. How can he said no? It's like the people infiltrated. The Congolese infiltrated and they came instead of the war being fighting in Goma, they came in. You see, so they started fighting around the city. And I have the video here on my phone. I still have the 3 videos right here. You see it? And then, but what? Because when I posted, a lot of people came on my post and said, "No, the war is in Goma." I said, "Okay." So when somebody called me from right there, UK, and I told the person, then the person said, "Okay, my wife got family there," and they called, and then he called me back and said, "Yeah, what you say is true. That there was really skirmishes, gunfires in Kigali." So, but whatever the situation is, I think it's bad. I don't think African countries should be fighting each other right now. What we should be thinking about is helping each other promote the African nation. Let's promote that brotherhood, that you can travel from Congo to Rwanda to Burkina Faso to wherever, and I'm happy that most African countries are now removing the visa restrictions. That's what we should be doing instead of destroying ourselves, because we have tried this thing before. We've tried it many years in many countries, and still it hasn't helped us. So I think we should transition from that to try something else, which is African unity.
Yeah, quickly, I just want to let me just say this. Look, there are a lot of Rwandans outside that oppose Paul Kagame. I mean, I know a lot. They got a couple of them here, and they're all around the world. So that if it's true that there were some skirmishes in Kigali, it's possible because exile Hutus or wherever a lot of them went to Congo. So that the reason why your man, Paul Kagame is actually involved in the war, he doesn't want him to come. Because they're always being cross-border raids. Those guys are all military people. So yeah, so Paul, we can transition.
Yeah, we can transition. Let me add my 2 cents to this. The situation with that country, with over 200 warring factions, I don't see it coming to an end anytime soon. And the meeting that involved is that little chemical, that material that they use on mobile phone. And guess what? The journalist said Paul Kagame and his Western allies. So Rwanda have been a gateway for that product to come out to be sent to the West. Rwanda is benefiting heavily. You see? So I don't see how soon will that war end with all the UN resolution on it. Congo is one of the countries that have more sanctions to the Russia. The guys cannot buy arms. So the West have been playing them for this. So how do they get out of it? That is the mystery question. Maybe when how they call it, the natural resources have been depleted, maybe before that war come to an end. But all of them just like savaging on what they can get and send to the West. So it's a bad thing that happening in the Congo. But let's transition to our viewers. If you follow us, can you share the show, please? So, Francis, something else internationally that involve Liberians. And this one
guys,
here.
I don't know. I don't know if it is possible because the person that I know, and I know the person. I mean, I know the person, and the person lives in Kigali, and the person can confirm that there are skirmishes, there were gunfires there, and in fact, the person is confirming that Liberian students, Liberian who are studying there somewhere in the east, close to almost to Goma area, have been evacuated. They have been asked to come to Kigali. So I don't know if you guys think I can put a person on at least because people still don't believe it. And this is to conscious style Liberians who got a family there, because I don't know how much the Liberian government is doing for people who got a family there to get in contact with them. Because as the situation is, people are only saying that the fighting is in Goma, because that's what the international community is saying. I mean, or the international media is portraying. But there's actually skirmishes in Kigali. So what you guys think?
Put it on. Let you
clarify.
Okay, for security reason, there we will not let him call his name because he's calling from there. But he can tell you that he's studying from there. In fact, he will tell you enough. So will you want to just tell us exactly what you do there and then what's happening?
Okay, thank you. And I want to appreciate all of you for a full come here to be able to tell the public to know about some of those things we have been observing.
Linfa, you muted. Linfa, you muted.
It's a win-win situation because as an international media coming to most of the countries in East Africa to be able to carry story, you'll be warned. There are policies you need to follow. You know, nobody want to give black image to their country. So as a matter of fact, they will put some restriction on you on how to report situation of such. But I can safely say that the situation here is embarrassing for us. As it stands now, because the situation is taking place in the western province of the country. So we have called on all of foreign nationals who are there. They have been evacuated to the capital city, and some of them are going closer to the other border from the other side, from Uganda side, to cross over so in case there is anything. And I can also confirm to you that some of the international students who are in the western province, because it is in the western province, and they were able to cross over, some of them are in Uganda currently as we speak. So we are making arrangement for them to be received by some of their international brothers who are also in Uganda that are studying. And a lot of people are they are in panic here. So I can guarantee you that we are actually care for our people. But the issue about the way international media reporting this kind of situation, at the end of the day, when we call parents back home or when we try to connect other people who could possibly help us to get out of this place, it's making things tough for us because the only thing people see on the media is that nothing is happening here. and it's causing us to just be in panic. And at the end of the day,
when you talk about nothing is happening here where are you specifically?
Currently, I'm in Rwanda. As a matter of fact, like I said, the Western preference, the situation is happening in the Western preference. What is happening here is that, the M23 is advancing in Goma, and then the Congolese forces are no longer trying to do the combat force on the M23. So what they're doing now too, they are advancing into Rwanda, and which is a call for panic, because we've been hearing gun sound. The capital city of the Western preference, we saw gunfire, the straight Buddha hits people, and people have been wounded. Some of them were rushed to hospitals and all of that. So it's panicking. So, but sometimes when I go on the media watching the documentary, and people keep saying that nothing is happening in Rwanda, it's kind of troublesome for us here, because we'll not be able to get support from our family out there. But I want to tell you that this is happening for real. And myself, I'm a media personality. I've been soliciting people's views on this whole thing, and we have received, like I said, all of our international students who were in the Western province of Rwanda, because of the force that is coming in, they have been evacuated. Some of them ran away and went to the neighboring country, which is Uganda. As we speak, we don't know about their safety, but we are making sure, as the leader of the community, we are making sure that we can to place contact there, so at least they can get some reservation from their brothers and sisters who are also there. So right now, I want you to believe what I'm saying, that the only reason why you don't see some of those things going on here is because there is a serious restriction here. It's not like West Africa, where at the end of the day, you just open the country to media to report any information, but there is a serious restriction. But as we speak, we are all in panic. We on our phone, we on the internet 24 hours, considering the fact that this thing is getting rampant and is approaching. So we are on the internet every time getting information, and we are in readiness anytime to leave from here and take cover anywhere outside of Rwanda. So there where we are.
Okay, guys, do any of you have a question for him?
No, not me. I think he chose his source. He's in Rwanda, so I don't think he has any reason not to be telling the truth. Also, yeah, I know there's it's a fact that there's a censorship in Rwanda. Yeah, Paul Kagame has a heavy lead on reporting bad images from Rwanda. So there's a huge censorship going on there. So I know for a fact. So we will not actually see anything negative coming out of Rwanda anytime soon. Probably, and that incursion will be rebelled. Seriously, it will be rebelled by the Rwandan armed forces. But they are equipped. They got jets and all this stuff.
Okay, Paul.
So I just want to ask the fellow on the line, is there anything that he wants us to do from this end? Because he said people not believing them while they're over there. Any kind of message, or how do we reach out to people to spread any help that they need from us? Because he on the ground, he know what's happening. We don't know. So is there anything that he wants us to do as we're on this public platform?
Okay. Can I respond to that?
Yeah, sure.
So with regards to what we expect all of the media out there to do for us is that we are all international students. And I can show you that 90% of the international students in this country, we did not see war to where we came from. We were born in the 2000, late 90s and all of that. So at the end of the day, we did not really see intense fight like that. So all of us are in panic. So what we just want for media out there to do for us is that we want the media to be able to reach the message out to our parents, to reach the message out to the needed people who can come to our aid as it stands now. Because we are in serious panic. So if the media institution can be very independent in reporting some of these kind of information, calling on other people to come to our aid, I think it's going to be better for us, because as it stands, people don't want to believe us. If we say what is true, if we even say pictorial evidence or video evidence, people make it to look that it's happening in another country, and we're trying to take video of it. I did video on my phone. If you look at some of the video I sent to the host, I did video on my phone. Practically on my phone camera, it was not even clear when I did it, because I was in rush, and I sent it short video, and I sent it to him. So am I in another country doing those videos? No. But it's the only thing here we are afraid, because the kind of security protocol and the internet controlling system here is not easy. So at the end of the day, they having to put anything out there, you'll be traced, and who knows.
Okay.
So we are just calling people who are out there, who out of the country, to be independent enough to be able to reach these kind of messages to our parents, so they can know what is going on. Even though many of the international students are safe here, as a matter of fact, we can get a count of most of them, but we are still in work. Who knows about the other people who crossed over and went to other countries? How can we bring those people back together?
Okay, your people from your country. I don't know whether it's allowed for me to call the name of the country, but no
need for that.
Yeah. Are you accounting for them, or do you think you can account for most of them?
One of the challenging situations is that we do not have, as a leader of the community, we do not have exact database on all of the students, because students been pulling in back and forth, so we do not have that direct database on all of the students. But one thing we've been trying to do is that to be able to trace those students to where they went. So we have been challenged also when it comes to the issue of finance, mobility, and all of that. But we have been trying to get to them. But we can say at least 90% of our students we can account for, not cross over our concern and all of that. Some of them ran away because, like I said, some of them was born in the early 2000 and all of that. They did not see anything like that. So a call for panic when those kind of things are taking place. So
are you taking contact with the nearest authorities from your country in the next country or something like that they can pass on the message to your country?
The nearest consulate we have is in Ethiopia. We have been able to establish contact with the consulate in Ethiopia, and we spoke with the deputy foreign affairs ministers in Liberia of recent, and other countries that the foreign nationals are here, to make sure that at least they can be able to extend hands. So they assure us that they are doing everything possible from all the other foreign nationals country. They are doing everything possible to be able to get to the central government, so our safety can be guaranteed. But up to now, we haven't heard anything, and we are still counting on them to be able to communicate, so our safety can be guaranteed. So they're where we are now.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll keep you anonymous for now, and we'll work in the background to see if we can, awaken the consciences of the people in authority, and to keep pointing on the message. Thank you very much, and stay safe.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, guys. So you heard it for yourself, and you heard it for yourself, or people tend not to believe it, that there were actual gunfire. I got 3 video footages from him that he sent yesterday, and I'm telling you that I saw 3 dead bodies. So, like you say, he can't be way to that place and then recording in Goma. So or probably it's not impossible to, but that's the situation, and they being our citizens, I think we just need to keep pointing the message and hope that things will not escalate, because like Paul said, even when I heard the video, when I watched the video, I heard the gun sound, and then I was like, my hair was melting, going some 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah, it's sad. I hope the guys keep safe. Anyway, let's transition to our audience. If you're following us for the first time, can you click on the like button? Can you follow us as well and share the show? This is the story for not international story too, regarding Liberians. And this story here, friends, Liberians in the U.S. to deport over 1,500 Liberians. this is a Donald Trump a campaign message was to deport illegal immigrants, according to him. But we were able to obtain a document from the U.S. Immigration and Custom on this. The total number of these there are 1,563 persons that will be deported from Liberia. So this is the story, guys. This is sad time for Liberia. These people,
Why do you tell me sad?
my brother, these are breadwinners for their family back home. If they happen to deport these people, think on the liver. One person can support over 10 family members. And the total number, if you calculate 10 times this number, look at the benefit that those people now be getting. And we also know that young people were deported from America. They became drug addicts, some of them. They got crazy. They got into all kind of activity because of unemployment. This is a serious situation that Liberia is going to face with if Donald Trump deport these people to Liberia.
Paul. I got a different view though.
Well, before you come in, let me just come in quickly. Unfortunately, Trump gonna be the bad man. Yeah, now look so bad. If Kamala Harris had won, these people who are being deported, these people were caught long time ago. All the deportations are going on. These things were, they were organized under the leadership of Joe Biden, the Democratic Party. So they think have been going on, but unfortunately, the media, apologists or probably anti-Trump trumpeters try to make it look that it was, it's the workings of Trump administration within just going around. He just took office on the 20th of January. Immediately, he just picking up people. No, these people
I disagree with you. If you try to back Trump on this one, I'm not doubting that even if Kamala Harris had won, the deportation were going to take place, whether they're Liberians or whoever, they were going to say deport people. And the U.S. does deport people every year. But and you want to make it look like it's anti-Trump campaign. No. Nobody opened Trump. Nobody opened Trump up during the campaign for him to say to put gun to his head and say when we are deport people. That was his campaign message. So
I agree. But what I'm telling you,
why are you making it to appear like people are campaigning against him?
Look, I'm saying it because look, the Democrats, nobody use this kind of tactics when especially when they're not in power. I'm a Democrat. I subscribe to the tenet of the Democratic Party, but I'm telling you now that people know that these people were arrested since November 24th. November.
Most of the people are not in custody. Most of the people are living. No, I watched a video just yesterday where they have police car going to all the malls.
Yeah, no. Did you read the story, Olifa? Did you read the story?
You mean this particular story?
Yeah, particular story.
Yeah, but not all of them, the 1,500 are not all in detention though.
They're all not in detention, but they were cataloged by the ICE.
Yeah, but okay. In fact,
by the latest.
This is where I'm coming to counter Paul. Because Paul too is saying, this is good, this is bad for Liberia. This is not bad. No, listen. Imagine you having Liberia, the way we're struggling. Then we get on our foot. Our citizens there, they trying to enjoy small. Then you get all people from everywhere just coming, and some of them coming, then they're committing crime. So if you send them back, what are the people who are winning bread? Even if my brother was there winning bread for me, and he's living illegally when they grab him, yeah, he's coming. They were playing gamble. It's just like the thief. the thief is going to go steal from somebody. You don't know what that person got, whether the person got gun or not. You're taking your risk. If you succeed, fine. But if you don't succeed, you bear the consequences. Yeah.
If I ask for political asylum and then I've been denied asylum, it doesn't mean that I'm criminal, but on the list to be deported.
No, you're not criminal. Nah, but
I'm not criminal. So
yeah, but we gotta get something straight here.
Yeah.
You and I know. I'm not trying to pass judgment on our Liberian brothers and sisters, but you and I know that if you carry one US visa, you lay on Broad Street, get one US visa, then you carry 10,000 visa from maybe Europe or other places way back, and not now that everybody want to travel anywhere, but way back. All Liberians want to go for that one US visa and disregard the European visa or wherever visa. But the point I'm trying to make, and when they go to America, they're not coming back. Most of the people, they went on family visit. They were supposed to come back. Some of them went on trips, like some conferences. They refused to come back. Some of them were even behind Georgia. They went security. They ran away. All the people. Yeah.
The Norway did he get a status from Liberia in travel to Norway directly?
When I came to Norway, I sought asylum and I was granted asylum. If I had not been granted asylum and I remained there, I remain here illegally, then
listen, some of these people, their process, their paper are still in process.
No. These people,
we're talking about.
They are under different categories. They are under different categories.
I can tell you, some of these people that the status that is still in process, and they were picked up in the street. Even in Brazil, there's the people who were journalists who had accreditation. The accreditation they went out a couple of days and they were picked up. So I mean, this America
anyway. Every country got different immigration law. And the first Sweden you in. When I came to Europe, I landed in Sweden. After 1.5 years, I couldn't get stay. Okay?
So
and they asked me to leave. So if I had remained there, after they asked me to leave, if I had remained there against their will, then I could be a legal immigrant. And there are people, look, I live in several refugee camps. I live in refugee camp in Sweden and I live in refugee camp here. Okay? So the law is when you are, once your paper, I don't know about that you're talking about America, but I know people who are on refugee status in America that people are not even finished yet, but they stay there. Once you are recognized by the immigration that your work is in progress and you are not getting a decision that okay, we don't want you to stay here, you got no reason to stay here, they will still consider they can grab you and bring you back. What ground are they bringing you back on? Okay, but
so Linford,
yeah,
I can leave. No, Paul, we can mean for a reason. I can tell you, I can know people who live in Europe, from America, who papers were in process. They went out there on the way home. The ICE met up with them, and they left their jobs. They left everything they had in America and were deported to Liberia and they found a way to Europe.
And you're not trying to tell me that even the American citizens get one with a passport in their pocket, no, or their identification in their pocket, no.
Guys, so let be fair. Let be fair here, Linford.
If your case was with the immigration and your case had not been decided, they will not just pick you and bring you. They will not get, so then if you say that, then you're trying to say that all no, especially black people. When I used to go to America every year 2 times for 6 years straight, 2 times, April and December. And the first 2-3 times I went to America, I always had my Norwegian passport in my pocket. In fact, it was not the typical Norwegian passport, it's still the residence passport. And my sister would ask me, "Why you carrying anything all the time?" I said, "No, I'm a friend." Maybe she said, "No. When you're black, you even got more opportunity in America than I'll be their friend there." Okay, and that was
okay. Linford,
yeah,
Linford,
yeah.
Let be fair here.
Mm-hmm.
Why do people move about in the world? Why do you leave your country to go elsewhere?
For several reasons.
Exactly. In Liberia, we have the thing we call economic reason. If you look at people crossing the Atlantic Ocean, risking their life because they want a better life. That's what people move about. America is a country of immigrants. So, a son of an immigrant now deporting immigrant. Donald Trump is a son of an immigrant. So
I know some of my parents come from Ireland. They all come from Germany.
His mother from Scotland and the father from Germany.
But what I'm saying, don't blame Trump. That's the system. So do not go against the system.
No, so there's a video. Obama says something. It's a country of immigrants, but immigrants tend to hate other immigrants when they're coming in. That is the fact.
I don't want to hear about Obama. Yeah, make sure that he deported more people.
No, I just want to learn on this. The reason why I'm saying this way so let me put on another list, because if you're going after all of these people, the country America is the country that go and buy all the brains around the world to take it there for them to be number one. And this, how they call it, fascists that they say, oh, we're getting rid of people, are going to put all this. People travel because they want better things. You think if Liberia had...
Before you put on the list, before you put on the list, wait. Before you put on the list, we'll put it on. But let me ask you one question. See, if you go to New York, you just stand at JFK Airport just for that 30 seconds and see how many planes behind each other landing, no space. The landing are taking off, and all the planes are landing. They're bringing people. All the people are not going back. So I mean, what?
That's not true. No, that's not true.
What?
They have people that travel for tourism. That's not true.
Yeah, but not all of them going back. That's what I'm telling you.
No, it's not true. You can't say that.
What are you talking about?
You can't say that, Linford. So that means because
how the illegal immigrant went there? How they got there?
It's over a period of time. The people stay in the country.
That's what I'm telling you. All the planes that landing and not bringing all the people back. Some people staying there. That's what I'm telling you.
Some people will stay. Some people want.
No, but I say all the people that going, all of them not going back. That's what I said.
I mean, that's a probability. I mean, it may not be true. Some people. Everybody will go on the list.
Let's first see
it. I agree with you. Not everybody come back because they have this system in America that people play DV around the world. So it could be those people going there. You said a plane landing 24/7. I agree. So people
some people they are illegal immigrants that don't want that go. Some people travel they go on program and they run away. They go.
So okay? I mean, all right. Let me end my thoughts on it before I put the list. 1,000. If I need to put a list, they think it's Syria Linford. We shouldn't take it for a joke. This is Syria, and this will cause serious burden.
So you want all the look at friends? Wait, let me. You can make it B.
I can read some of.
No, so wait, carry the cursor on your screen and then look down to the right hand bottom there and make it B. Let's see what I will get B on the side. That square and click inside. Let's see what it will be. Well, I can make it B from my side, but it will not show that.
The audience will see about. Okay, this is the thing here. All right, before this list here, you see Liberia is got I put a yellow mark to Liberia. You see it? So Linford, before I have my discussion here, people travel for greener pasture around the world. The troublemaker who go and cause trouble all over the world, people run to them. Libya, for example, America destroyed Libya. Iran, America. So if you go and destroy other poor country and they run to you for shelter, and then you say, no, we don't want them. When wrong is wrong, let's put where wrong it is. This is the point I'm making. No. I said because the people country, there were the very people that goes around destroying people country, and it's like England. They go.
Okay, wait. You said Libya. How many people from Libya? 1989 people from Libya. Liberia, America did not describe.
It can even be one person. It can even be one person. It can only be one person. The fact is that you go somewhere and destabilize people home. They come looking for a better life. That be realistic here, and that's the fact. So let's see on the list there. You get here, Madagascar, 45,995.
No, Madagascar is only 5.
Go. There's something here somewhere. It's
That Nicaragua is
Nicaragua. So it's South America. Then
Yeah.
you get Norway, your own country. You get 39, and Norway is a visa waiver country. Your own country is on
So,
is on the list.
I don't need
And
visa.
I get-
I don't need visa to live in America. As
Yeah,
long
but
as I live there and come back every 2 years, I can make it. So why would I want to go live there illegally?
You have a time limit for visa waiver country. You get 90 days. After that 90 days, you have to exit and come in and come back in. So if you breach that 90 days without any applying for the legal status, then you're on the list. So
So
you
why
say,
would I want to
now,
do that?
listen, let me finish. Your brothers and sisters went to America because the country called Liberia, nothing good. The people went for better life. So we can't put them in the category and say, oh, what they were doing there, and they no. Everybody hustle. The people, it's not a road that going from Liberia to America. All over what is the big Atlantic Ocean surrounding the place. So people come from all over the place. These very people that went destroying people, the people come back. You don't have the right to on a UN convention. People go for safety. Now you say shaking there.
Who told you the UN convention says anybody can march to your country?
Geneva Convention law. So what I was saying before UN friends.
Some country do not have. Some other country have war. They're not fighting war.
It matter. People move because
they're not going to different things.
Listen now, the British people that left from here, the people that left from Norway, left from Sweden and Germany, that went and massacred the Red Indians. What were they going for? They were not running away from the kings and queens of Europe. That's why they went on our side. Let's be honest here, man. They're wrong. This is wrong. It's just wrong. My point I'm making before you cut me off, 1,563 people. These are breadwinners for family in Liberia who may like it or not. Let me learn before you come in. If you send these people in Liberia, there's no job. There is a possibility there'll be crime rate. We have drug situation. People go mentally frustrated, and this will have a serious impact on Liberia government, no matter how we twist it or not. That is the fact I'm trying to make here. This will have bad implication on Liberia.
Okay, so that who responsibility? That Donald Trump responsibility?
That Donald Trump fault?
No. We are
citizens
of Liberia. So if our government fails to, wait. Let me get ask one question. They want to call it short. Let's say one day we just be lucky. We find something big diamond that costs all the money in the world, Liberia. Then you see all the people from America everywhere, everybody just coming now. Everybody just coming to us. Will we just open up? That will really reach Liberia, the richest country, all the country in the world, more than America said. So everybody will just be coming in, will just open our door because they want to win bread for their family.
If you have a policy that America that they invite immigrants, yes, they will come in. If you don't have that policy, they will not come in. So it's the American own policy that brought people in.
Yeah, but they are same policy. They say, okay, we can invite you. The person who want, that person will come. The person who don't want, will send it back. So what is fun about it?
My man,
yeah,
I'm talking about the implication that will have on Liberia.
But this is that a business
point, and this is all right. That a business. Friends, say where your thought before transition.
No, but I already said it. Look, the thing is, look, it's unfortunate. It's a sad day for the families of these people. I don't know the circumstances. Which they were deported of the conviction that a lot of them, they're not criminals. Most of the people were picked up in the streets. They left America with nothing on them, just a bag shed
No, they are
post the
not
house on the
deported now.
back.
They will be deported.
So yeah, so the impact is severe economically. I mean, these people were sending remittances home, or a lot of them, if not all of them, and these were computed, calculated into our GDP, in our budget. We got money from that, from the for the transfer of these remittances. So yeah, I'm in fact probably affected, and the country itself right now cannot absorb these people. I mean, there's no jobs.
They came from
What
there,
were they
though.
going to do?
They were there before they went.
So therefore,
I
the
don't
thing we
know.
don't know the number yet. There could be one of my cousins, one of our friends, because Liberia with small people. It could be
No,
somebody closer to
I got plenty of my friends. Even my former workmate, they plenty there. Some of them, I think they get people. So I know exactly what I'm saying.
So I don't know.
I'm just trying to be fair here. I'm just trying to be fair.
I don't know what is happening. I don't know what the fairness in saying, for. It seems
No,
that though
you see, we try to blame.
We're not blaming anybody. We are looking for. Well, what I'm saying, and I will try to insinuate that what Paul is saying is the empathy and the impact that
we all can feel sorry.
people.
We all
What we are now saying is not the prerogative of the American government to deport people. It's the law. I mean, every country has this law. Immigrants or migration law, they have it. Yeah, but at the point in time, what we're saying that most of the people have complained over the years. Especially, I can tell you that people who people were in process, they were picked up in the streets. You think who will be walking around America now? I mean, without wanting to regularize a status. People apply. If you get denied, you apply again.
It's difficult. No, listen. Okay, but now I'm still finding it difficult when you say people you're walking the street and they picking up. So was there anything to identify them that you're walking? I mean, they're not American. No.
There is a lawyer in America, man. He been making series of video telling people when the ICE, they call them, come to you.
ICE. Yeah.
Say don't say anything because they've been picking on people to ask you, were you born here or this? That's what they've been doing. Because Shadida said something, they disable the app. That's where they did. So the ICE are going around asking people. They will ask you, were you born here? When you say yes or no, then so the guy said you no comment. This is the video been circulating in America, and this is what they're telling people. So it's a serious problem. They just picking up people randomly. The main person will look at you and say, "Oh, I don't think they leave for a guy. He's
but it's very easy. It's very easy. You don't know somebody ask people they wearing uniform, some are in plain clothes, they kind of say, "Hey brother, how you doing, man?" You say, "Yeah, my man, how you doing?" They say, "Oh." Is it I kind of
so this is the thing that going.
Hey, bro,
guys,
my name John Yapawolo. They say, "Hey,
we're going one and a half hour mark now." So I think,
let's move on quickly. There's another story here, guys. This is the prosecutor of this is the fire incident on the Capitol building. The case went to court. So the prosecutor requested more time to produce evidence in the Capitol building fire. And this story has been published on the front page Africa. Our viewer can look at it. Now, the thing is about the evidence, it was printed on of A4 paper. But then the defense lawyer requested that where they got that evidence from, they said they extracted it from a mobile phone. So it was said, the defense lawyer said, but this is not sufficient. You can extract this information from anywhere. So they want that phone to be made public, to the judge, so they can see where they extracted this information from. Now, based on that, they decided to request. They decided for the judge to give them time to produce the evidence. That's the case. Linford, where you go up there?
No, I just trying to share the screen. When you come to Yeke Kolva story, that's the
Right.
video when they escorting Yeke.
So that's the story about. So the prosecutor have asked the court to give them time to produce more evidence. That's the story, guys. What your thoughts? So we can move on.
Let Francis go.
Look, man, this thing is embarrassing, man. you don't have evidence to adduce in the court to provide. I mean, why go to court? Why will you be carrying around evidence or whatever that would prove, I mean, not admissible in court, that would be thrown out? I mean, this is a serious case. If it's not serious, let them just fucking don't waste more time, bro. I mean, I don't want to discuss. I mean, you can. I mean, it's where are the lawyers? The states you have trained lawyers, school lawyers, experienced lawyers. You go to court with the kind of evidence that you try to prove, I mean, against people. I mean, no, I mean, I don't have nothing to say on it, man. It's just embarrassing.
Okay. So, Linford, this is a major crime. These guys had these people for over 12 days to get information of them. They appear in court today to show that they only have something on piece of paper, and when they ask where this evidence came from, they say we extracted it from a mobile phone, from a text message on WhatsApp. So
yeah, and I'm surprised and also happy. I'm surprised that Francis is saying that this is an embarrassment, and then I'm also happy that he has seen the truth in what we were saying recently. And Francis stood up and he was backing.
Oh no! Don't go there.
I just want to know.
I'm saying now it's an embarrassment for the defense team to be requesting
yes,
more time.
And that's what I'm saying.
When they went to court and presented some evidence on paper, that I mean, there's a modern era. If you have evidence, if you took if the court gave you the order to go into people's phones, bring the thing to court, let the people see, let it play. You can't go care, you go print out things. I mean, this it doesn't happen anywhere around the world. Liberia is still behind time. So these things fly in Liberia. So at least got somebody to challenge them.
Yeah, Roberto Riches, welcome from Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, right? Welcome. This is the Bottomline Liberia, and we are here every Tuesday and Friday. Today is the 28th of January 2025. Welcome. If this is your first time making your home, but Francis,
at least I mean, that quickly 2 seconds. At least this time around, they have somebody to challenge that. If these things have been happening in the past, you dare come with some flimsy evidence, and I mean, at least this will help improve the legal system in Liberia.
Okay, so can I go now?
Go ahead.
Okay, very good. And I said I'm happy that you are admitting when Paul and I were saying that, in fact, in the first place, they should not have arrested these people.
No, I'm not admitting. I'm just condemning the fact that the evidence.
That's what we said. That's what we saw.
Doesn't make any sense.
We knew that these people did not have any evidence against these people. They went and arrested them and put them in jail for 12 days, and then now they are struggling to provide evidence. So that's what we saw. We saw a long time ago. But you were backing and say, "Oh no, the people are suspect that the people cannot lie on and so forth." I know what you gonna say now.
My brother, when you are suspect, you're a suspect. Until
can't produce evidence against a suspect now.
You know,
So I mean, that if you don't have evidence against the suspect, the person go free.
exactly. So you know, when I said in my own wisdom, I said it was witch hunt from day one. That what in my own wisdom, that's what I saw. Because what happened when I worked with GSK, there's something we did. I used to be fire marshal of my office and went for some training. And those are because in case of fire in a building, I was one of those people that would help take the people out of the building. If for serious fire, I would be the one in charge liaising with the fire service. Usually when things like that happen, when fire in a building, fire service come, they will secure the surrounding and nobody will go there because they want to find out how it started. The one I said is a witch hunt because the day the fire was burning, we had journalists going into that building. We had lawmakers going into that building. We had the president going into the compound. That alone in a surrounding is tampering with evidence. That's what I said in my own wisdom, that there's no evidence because it has been tampered with. So the fact here is that these people arrested these people and now still go, because in the UK here, for example, when the police arrest you, you get 48 hours to extract information from that person. After that 48 hours, if they don't satisfy, they will ask the judge, the court, to grant an additional 72 hours. And that 72 hours, then, if they don't find something, they let that person go. But in the case of Liberia, they went for 12 days. It's enough time to find something on these people, and then to come to court to tell then the judge telling you that you don't get sufficient evidence. This is embarrassing, a shame on the national police of national police service of our country. They need to do better because you cannot. The situation is great. These guys will go to jail for over 30, 40 years, and now you playing with their life without evidence. I think it's shameful. That's my thought.
Well, anyway, in any case, the prosecutor had not failed to produce evidence, though, but at a point where they are now struggling to provide more evidence. This is what they should have done first, before the president will even come out and say this was an arson and the people responsible for it will not go, they were hooligans, they will not go unpunished. How did he know that it was arson? How did he know that it was hooligans that set it on fire? So now they're going to go looking for evidence everywhere, all over the place. They should have done their homework first before arresting people. Now, as we speak, they were bringing in they arrested certain group of people that they wanted to arrest. When you had the police taking care of this building before the fire got in, now the police should have been the first people, those that were there, they should have been the first people to ask, how did this fire cause? But they didn't do it. They started going to one old tape that somebody made long recording that somebody made long time ago, and simply because they thought that was their trump card. Oh, Safogo said one time that he will point down this place, and Safogo, he said we will point down this place. He didn't say this building, and then they went looking for that video. When they got it, they said, "Yeah, now we can set the building on fire." I'm still me. I'm not right. I'm not wrong, but I believe that people from the majority group that support Kun, they set this building on fire because of the statements Afugo made. They thought that was their trump card, and that is me saying it. I may not be right, I may not be wrong, but it's me that everybody can think it, and nobody will tell me.
No. You can't say you can't be right, you can't be wrong. What are you talking about?
Oh, but yeah, I'm not wrong. I'm not right. When I say I'm not right or I'm not wrong, it means that I do not have evidence. But I'm thinking the same way.
You just throwing it out there. I mean,
but wait, you police officer, you and I, we had a discussion, the same thing, the same debate that you said police can be suspicious of people when police think that they person did it, they can arrest them. So I am saying, I believe, that's my belief. So nobody can tell me how to think, and nobody can tell me what.
Oh, no, I'm thinking how you think when you say you can't be on the fence. I mean, I don't think I'm right. I don't think I'm wrong.
Right now, I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. I believe they delay.
You believe they did it, and you believe they didn't do it.
No, I say I may not be right, or because I don't have proof.
It may not be right. The same thing, you could believe that they did it, and it could be that they didn't do it.
the same way the police can suspend somebody that other the person did it on and they didn't do it until I can establish my fact to back my thinking.
that in the public, that's the opinion of me for they did it or they didn't. So that's the right. So that's in the court of public opinion. Everybody can say something now. That's a good story for everybody to run with.
They did it, they could do it, or they could not do it.
Or they didn't do it.
Yeah. Anyway, friends, I know you want to leave quickly. Before you leave, just give a 4 minutes or so. Something else that this is the topic from yesterday. And it's called the antivirus decision. The Supreme Court. This story is published in the front page Africa. That liquor minds are saying that the absence of the Supreme Court, it was due to the response to the majority bloc. So this is a sign of protest. Although we know the how do you call it, the Supreme Court boss of still have traveled to Egypt for some conference, but the remaining 4 justices, none of them appear. So legal minds are saying this is a sign of protest against the majority. So they call it the antivirus decision. So before you go, we start with you.
Well, I can say I don't have any justification or any reason to allude to why they were not there. People could speculate it could be based on the judgment or the situation with the the Senate, the speaker, removal or whatever. But I cannot say why they did not come. It could be that there are a lot of probabilities that they all could be sick and did not attend, or other factors may interplay. It could be so. But whatever it is, the president was speaking to the Liberian people. They could listen to the radio, decided to listen to social media, whatever it is. Yeah. So yeah, the legislators were there. Most of them were there. So yeah. So that it was just basically the president address to the nation. I'm giving an overview of what he did in the last 12 months. So, but I mean, it's a very serious situation to see the justices of the Supreme Court not attending such an occasion. Historically they have always been there. You said I didn't know the Chief Justice was out of the country in Egypt attending some conference there, but the rest of the members, should have been there. Because the people just got money. They just got $45,000 for as what do you call it? He could pay back for the harmonization of the money. So yeah, they had to pay it back. That's Liberia for us, my man. So you remember from the beginning of the show, I said that the psychosocial what you call it scenario is this complex system in Liberia. Everybody want to play with the government to get money. So that way, in a way, any legislation they can do their own thing and get money. So maybe probably the next time they would, before they appear, the government got pay them. Anything meeting, everybody got chop. So that I gotta say. So that's the good night.
Okay.
They got it 45,000 each. They happy. Maybe they wanted 50,000. The government said no, we can get it. So they said, okay, we'll sit down. We'll sit back.
Right. Okay, friends, we'll see you on Friday by His grace. You have a good time. We'll continue the show for the next 10 minutes and then we'll be out of here.
Okay, guys, you
Linford?
guys, I'll be listening in the background. But I'm gonna get ready. Take
Okay.
Okay.
bye.
Yeah.
Good night.
Linford,
Mm.
the ultra-various, that's the big word, decision based on the 4 justices that didn't attend. If you look at the background, you see the empty 4 chairs. They meant to be there, they were not there. Is that a slap in the face to the majority bloc speaker, or it's a slap in the face to the president? Because this is the second time it happened in recent history. Honor United Party government, Johnny Lewis, Edwin Snow, and Eddie Johnson said leave. The Supreme Court did the same thing. The protest against that. Now the same United Party government, the number 2 at the time, who is the number 1 now. History repeat itself. What say you?
Well, you know, I don't know, but there is no embarrassment more than this. The 3 branches of government, they are all equal with separate powers, with only the executive fronting. So if the executive would choose to disobey or to disrespect or to dishonor the rest of the other branches, well, they can decide not to attend functions of the executive. The same way the executive can decide not to even make business with the judiciary or with the house. But here is the reverse. The judiciary has made a decision, even though it was not clear, but the terminology that they use, legal luminaries have tried to explain what it means, at least to the common man, that, look, listen, the ultra-viral means you did something that you are not supposed to do. It's beyond your scope of operation. You'll go back and do it better. I remember when I was a little boy, I used to be stubborn, and I was the one that used to wash the dishes, right, when everybody eats. Sometimes I'll just wash it fast. That time we used to use Omo to wash the dishes. I put the Omo dust in the water. I get doing when the woman I cook pan, but I just wash it something. I put it down. When it get dry, see all the oil inside. She will call me. She say, "No, listen. You finish washing the dishes?" I say, "Yeah." Say, "Look at it." Say, "What is not done properly is not done at all." And I learned that word from my mom. I remember it vividly, that what is not done properly is not done at all. So even if I'm sleeping, you wake me up, I'll remember that word. So the Supreme Court said, "No, listen, what you guys are doing on the other side is not proper. It's beyond what you're supposed to be doing. But go back and go and sit down and think and do it the best way." But because the Supreme Court did not say you go wrong, or probably when the Supreme Court say no, you are wrong or you are right, so they started interpreting all kinds of ways. So the Supreme Court to say, okay, fine. And they know that everybody is clear. Even blind man knows that the executive is supporting the people. All the money they use as RSJ who provided it. Okay. So the Supreme Court said, okay, fine. We'll just stay by ourselves. And nobody can force us. I even heard that we were sending police people yesterday to go persuade them to come. And they can't come. Okay.
So in your own wisdom, we know we learn English in school as our how they call it, international language, right? Because it's not Basa we're speaking. So we all start learning English from kindergarten until 12th grade, and then we go to university, we still learn English and we speak English. Even whether that's the Queen language or broken English, is English. These lawmakers, before going to the house, they also went to school. So when the Supreme Court tells you they interpret something in their way, then another justice minister who decides say he will interpret in his own wisdom, that his own interpretation, and then the executive run with this. So in that notion, I think this is why the Supreme Court said, no, hold on. You ask, because we are separate branch of government, we interpret the law. This is what we meant. And you decide to put it in the elementary way and confuse people. So we're not coming to the occasion. So My question to you, do you think it's a slap in the president's face?
If there was anything more than slap, maybe a kick. You know when we're beginning, we also do something like called free kick, right? Free kicking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So every time we're walking, our hand to our ball, because when you move your hand from our ball, then I can kick you. So they want a free kick. But what I would say is that this was a disgrace. It may seem, it may look normal. People will say, oh, anytime Johnny Lewis and a bench did it. And there was a reason why they did it. Okay, if you listen to the president's speech yesterday, even I got a copy, I posted a copy in the chat room. If you read it, intermittently, that means in between, he kept mentioning, he kept addressing the people by that title. Madam Chief Justice, Mr. Speaker, President Pro Tem, he keep mentioning them. So it means that the speech recognize the presence of the Supreme Court. They're supposed to be there. In the president's mind, that they are supposed to be there. It's constitutional that they should be there, because the president is reporting to the legislature, which is the first branch of government, then also to the judiciary. Okay, so nobody can tell me, so, oh, it's a normal thing, they don't have to be there. So then why is he reporting to the to the legislature? So he's reporting to the other two branches of government. But our brothers and sisters from the Unity Party, they will frame it different way, they will twist it, and the same way they brought one justice minister who came and twist the whole thing around.
So Linford.
Yeah.
Because it's Article 58 in the Constitution that he made an annual report to the legislature, and he also put forward a bill. So that bill, when it's put forward, the lawmaker now turn that bill into law, and then the Supreme Court will be the one who define that bill, right? Mm-hmm. So in a nutshell, all three of them should be there. So this is the bill that the president put forward. So the Supreme Court finish hearing that this is a bill that will be coming to us for interpretation when these people design. So you write that all three have to sit there and hear what the president said. Yeah. Because that is going forward. So they free kick with the president, because the president in the Supreme Court wisdom that we interpreted something and you didn't listen to us, you violated what we said, so we're not going to be part of this. That's what the legal minds are now saying. It was the response to what the executive and the other minority bloc did. The Supreme Court decided not to even step there. But people may see, they may terminate, they will give it all kind of salad dressing to say, oh, because of this, the chief, how do you call it, the Supreme Court boss trouble and all that, but where they fall? So it's a slap in the face.
This was a consensus. The bench, the entire bench agreed that no, we are not going there. Okay, and a lot of people sometimes when things happen, when the Supreme Court rendered the decision, everybody, even including me, were like, "Oh, why the Supreme Court did not come over a clear cut?" But they explained it. The word, if you define the word, it will tell you what it means. People were reading it, but so. The Supreme Court said, okay, this one here, maybe people wanted to take whip and go and start whipping people, but we're not doing it. We just speak. This is silence speaks louder than sound.
Yeah, but before they clarify, they say in Article 33 and in Article 49, what was not done right, it will not. So go back and go do it right. That's what they said.
All that your article thing you talking, the people like people wanted to hear. Majority black, you're not right, you're moving from there. Or minority black, you're right, or you're not right.
But the legal minds don't talk like the normal people.
So like people don't think they're the legal man. So you see, but
the legal man now, so you got what? The Attorney General of the country who decided to lie to the people, say no, this war mean differently, it mean
Okay,
invite,
wait.
it mean your
You know what I'm looking, you know what I'm waiting for? In the next few days, I want the Attorney General to come and tell the Liberian people why these people did not come.
No.
Why? Then you explain to the Liberian people, if they ask the question, you think the people staying away, was it in response to the action of the government? And let's hear what you say. Because he's the cause of the whole thing.
So before we leave this topic, that's one of the things that is in the president address about they have championed the rule of law. And if you've seen this in your SONA or the State of the Nation address, a champion rule of law, the Supreme Court in this have just told you you violated the laws. So you cannot champion the rule of law. You just violated it, and that's what it's saying here. So we're not going to show face because that means we are separate body, but you disrespecting also will put slap in your face.
Hallelujah. And real justice law. Yeah. But
that's
you know,
what it did.
Yeah. Listen, that's what I said. Silence speaks louder than sound. You see, next time, trust me, next time, if the Supreme Court will make any decision, and remember that this is not the only decision that the Supreme Court made and this president disobeyed. The Supreme Court rendered a decision in the case involving tenure positions, okay? People that are being forcefully removed. And this president blatantly, courageously, and disrespectfully laid aside that particular ruling and went after the tenure position people. So the Supreme Court felt, you know, they were being, number one, undermined, disrespected, and sidelined in the entire government. So the best thing they could do is, well, we're not going nowhere. Like I said, now, no, and there's no law on the books that say if the Supreme Court bench does not attend the State of the Nation, you can do anything to them. You can call that money. No, yeah, there's no law that say that. Okay. The same way some people believe that, oh, no law that say that they should be there. So no law that say that they should not be there as well. You know?
Absolutely. So let transition, because we're not going to talk about the president's State of the Nation.
No, that's a waste of time.
Yeah, there's something else, and I want you to pick on this. Stay with this same thing that the reason why the Supreme Court didn't attend. Here comes another issue here. You see here, Yeke Koluba expelled from the House sitting after rejecting majority bloc speaker. So Yeke Koluba said he does not recognize Richard Combs, and it became a hoo-ha in the House. So there was confrontation between he and District Number 8 Prince 2 and another representative from River G, District 3. So the majority bloc speaker decided to, he asked the how they call it, Sergeant Major to kick Yeke Koluba out of the chamber. So this is Yeke Koluba with all of these Sergeant Majors surrounding him, forcefully getting him out of the building.
I have the video. I have the video. We'll roll the video. But let me just say something. You know, I saw a lot of United Party people. Oh yeah, good for him. Yeah, next time you not. They don't know that this is normal parliamentary procedure. When people are in parliament, they do this. I remember a couple of years back, the parliament in Turkey, it was bloody. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, they were throwing chairs and all that.
Yeah, chairs and breaking things and if you go to South Africa, my own friend that I love so much, what about me? The leader of the EFF,
Malema.
Yeah, Julius Malema, and all of his video on social media, I watch it. I just like it. This is what democracy means. No, they are equal. Rachel Kungu, the Fonadiku Fao, they are all equal. With Wellboni, they are all equal. But the speaker is a preference. That speakership is a preference that your friends gave you. They say, oh no, because if all of you in a football team, everybody cannot be the captain. So they say, "Mama, you the captain, you can speak on our behalf." That's it. So for somebody to look at Richard Kun like a demigod, that you can't say you recognize him. And then I saw a lot of Unity Party people writing. I was watching the live. Hey, yeah, good for being they don't know, because our people are so blind for that Yeke. And in fact, the action, what they're doing to Yeke, they're winning more votes for Yeke. They are winning more votes for Yeke because the people will feel that Yeke is a man and Yeke is strong, because the way Yeke can approach issues may not be the right way, but he stands his ground. Every time he says that he'll do something, he will stand that ground. He was on Georgia for 6 years. Now he said he will be on Boaka for 6 years because that's not what he campaigned for Boaka for. So every loophole, every little corner that he sees something not right, he will try to make it right. And he has consistently said it, that he will not recognize Richard Kun as chairman, as speaker. And he also, one thing he has been saying all the time is, if the majority black will go back, according to the Supreme Court ruling, go back to Chimos, and they all sit down and lay their case before Richard Kun, before Speaker Fernando Kofa, and vote, and Richard Kun wins, fine. Then he will now respect Richard Kun, but anything other than that, he will not recognize him. And they knew that. So they got to put him out. So I know how many times they'll be putting him out. Maybe they'll end up expelling him. But that's the right thing to do. And I was even thinking, let me just conclude this one. I was even thinking that all the members of all the people who support Funatikova will are going in our house. And in fact, yesterday, go to that program when the president speaking, at the moment he addresses Richard Kun as speaker, then all of them walk out, they cause confusion. Let's see what will happen. No, that do not know that. Yeah,
so this situation, if it keep dragging on, January finish, we're into February now. Watch. If this situation continue to drag on, I said in the beginning of the year, when this situation not resolved, when the place is noisy, you cannot do your work good. He's sitting on your office, in your office, he's sitting down on your desk, right? You trying to write some letter, a group of people just causing noise, you not concentrate. If this situation is not resolved and people overlook it, the arrest agenda, it will not be good. It will not end good in this year. That's my prediction. This thing should have been, they should cut it off, because when place is noisy, they're always trouble. One person, he's not going to go away. I think about 20.
Let me ask you. So,
yeah,
and who told you that the arrest agenda or not? The people are already working with where they got in Kun. Yesterday, you saw State of the Nation address went on. Right after the State of the Nation.
So what I mean about noise, let me clarify that. And we just saw just now the burning of the Capitol building, and police now invested. They didn't know what to do. When place is noisy, you don't think straight. That's the point I'm trying to make. They can do business with who? But every day when you wake up, you face with noise. The work you're supposed to do, that one day of noise, it take away something from you because you're working with time.
But the people are not complaining. The people believe that they're working. Or who posted this thing? Are you guys encouraging disobedience to elected officials? It's coming on our.
That frenzy.
Oh, I see why. And I'm confused. What is this? Who they elected officials? Nobody's elected official there. They were elected by the people.
Let me address this. Richard Kun say he get 50%, so that beyond the number, but he's afraid to go in chamber for the 50 people to elect him like the rest of the 28 to sit with them. What is the fear factor? I already have my contact, I have my number, and somebody refused to resign. Okay, guys, let's go to that chamber. Yeah, give the guy a seat. Let's make the case. Yeah, he stepped aside. Yeah, the deputy preside. we 50 already, the 50 all vote, and then we have an election, the 50% vote for me. How simple is that? Why is Richard Kuhn and the majority bloc afraid to do that if they have the number? It is simple.
I'll tell you, this is the usual tactics, scare tactics, spineless, behavior of the United Party people. You saw in the CPP, they always boasted of the numbers. When coming say, let's go for primary, they say, oh no, coming with bad people. Just like they didn't trust their own people when they posting of the number 2. And I don't know then why they went to election, because coming was saying election anyway. So if coming were going to buy your people at the primary, why coming did not buy your people during the election and you're won? So the United Party people, they always spineless, they lazy. I know they are very lazy in their mind, and they are like, they want everything through the back door. They want everything through trick. And they will make all the bit more about number, but when time comes, they can't show up. You see it? So if Richard can say get 50 people, which far you're not surpasses 48 or 49 that they want, let him come, but he cannot come. You see it?
Play the video and let's get out of here. So
okay, let me get rolling how they are taking Yeke out. Let me see, sorry.
Before you can move your
Are you disappointed, sir? So, Representative Yeke Koluba failed to address the speaker or the chair to.
Well, that's it right there, and Yeke, I think Yeke is practicing his democratic right to speak his mind and to say, I do not recognize you. Simple. It's very simple as that. And what they can do, the speaker can exercise the power and say, you're putting men out. We always see this thing here with Julian Malema and his group. They always call the sergeant at arms to come for them. And they'll be fighting until the girls are. So that's it. And some of these things never used to happen like Europe, but now they're happening. So if you listen to Abraham Traore, that you want to reawaken the minds of the people, there are many young leaders around Africa that will, and trust me, they think that you get started now, it will start happening all the time. All the lawmakers will do it. See it?
Yeah.
So we are learning new things.
Okay, bro. That close up, man. It was a good show, good discussion.
Well, we want to say thank you for those of you watching us. Or we have somebody new here today, or that were A.B. Benson. I think this is the first time I've seen the person. Of course, our man Rio Pro were here, and Roberto Richards was also here. And we want to say thanks for watching, and you can make this place your home. We'll be back here on Friday, so you can come and be a part of the Bottomline Library. For those of you whose names do not appear, but you are here, but your name do not appear on my board, we welcome you. Just like our page, and whenever we come on, you'll be notified. But it was a good show, Paul, like you said, and we hope that the next time we come, we'll be able to delve into. But see, I get tired discussing things that is so now because everybody's talking about it. For me, it's nothing new in there to talk about. But when need be, we'll take a few lines that are important and talk about it, and that will be like Friday if we do not have a guest.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was a good show. And then to our viewer, thanks for being with us. We shall be here again on Friday by His grace. So we want to take a leave on this. Linfa, what do you think we can play to say goodbye to our audience?
Man, play anything. Me, I don't only like run music.
All right, so let's just close with this young man, and people can buy their shawawa. And while we come back again, next Friday we'll be here. So to our audience, we'll say good night. If you follow for the first time, kindly click on the like button so when it comes on, you'll be notified. So all this while, have it in mind that keep hope that one day Mama Liberia will be better. We want to leave you with this beautiful song. Good night to you all. Boy.
If we're pregnant, speak up.
Only records, Now you bad liquor on a table. You want you to don't can show yourself. Got plenty dancing, are you dancing? You get copy, I say don't can show yourself. You using Chani, Mr. Chani, I say to never bad, don't can show yourself. You say you young boy, your sling on a papa bob, I say don't can show yourself. Get money, you want eat shawarma, eat some pizza, don't can show yourself. I using sense on you, using sense on your own Chani, don't can show yourself. Your Nina Kebe, you go, you say your Nina Sarah, don't can show yourself. Got too much bluffing, are you bluffing? You get nothing, I say don't can show yourself. Now you buying gas, you say I'm on a runway speed, don't can show yourself. You say your Nina Johnny, you not get no money, I say don't can show yourself. You just see shy boy, you want can to smoke all the shisha, don't can show yourself. You just police boy, you want can tell me back on NASA, don't can show yourself. You say you married, you not get no ring, I say my friend, don't can show yourself. You won't can be so trustless, you not get no money, I say don't can